Hi everybody, so today I'm talking about the Wild Rose Herbal Detox. So I just did the detox. This is my first time actually doing it the whole way through. The first time I did it, I quit halfway through. Not because it's like unbearably hard, just because I wasn't ready for it. Um, so I made it now. It's been 1 week since I started it. And let me tell you that it's been life-changing. I actually got to work with Terry Bullard in the practicum clinic as a student. I also got to work on his farm. I got to study his courses and take his classes. I got to, he was a friend of mine, and him and his wife, and we got to go on the Mexico trip, and I studied many courses at Wild Rose College. So Terry Bullard founded Wild Rose College. He went and lived with the natives in BC to study from them. He went and did all this research and wrote all these books. He's a world-renowned herbalist. And he formulated his own products. And so the Wild Rose Detox is back on the market. Thank goodness. And it was on sale at Blushline Organics. I got it on sale, which was amazing. It's a great time of year to do detox after Christmas. And all the sugar and the festival foods that are beautiful foods meant for festivals and celebrations, they're not meant to be consumed in excess all the time or even all the time. We used to grind our flour. It took forever to grind the flour, so back in the days, like things like breads and pastries and stuff, they just weren't around all the time, and now they're everywhere, and so our bodies, they actually build up toxins, and so we breathe in toxins. We're drinking it in our water. We're eating it in our foods. Even people that eat really clean organic food and spring water, like, can still benefit from these detoxes. And yes, there's some conditions that are contraindicated. Like, for me, when I was fully vegan and fully just not nourished, I wasn't doing it properly at the time. I do it much better now at home. I eat a bit of dairy, and I'm mostly plant-based at home. And now I'm vegetarian, and actually been doing a little bit of beef tallow or bone broth now. So just like not often. I actually just had my first bowl of bone broth for the first meat I've eaten in like a year, other than like a tallow cookie, right? Which is when they take the bone broth and they scoop off the fat and stuff, right? And I think that's how they make it anyways. And so now I'm much more nourished. I eat a lot of chickpeas and lentils and nuts and seeds, mostly for protein, and quinoa. And I've been addicted to sugar for years. You could send me home with 5 chocolate bars, I would eat them all. A box of cookies, I'll eat them all in one day. Like, pretty bad. And I have this issue where if I have money, I go to coffee shops and buy, coffee with almond milk and maybe a donut or something, or a muffin or a bagel. Or I go to work and, they're giving out free donuts, and I just like have too many. Or I go to an event and free cookies, and I'll have too many, and I just like can't control myself. And I have this lump in my breast. Actually, it was like a fibroadenoma. It was growing for years and years, and it was growing so much that they had to do a biopsy. They were worried it might be cancer. So fibroadenoma is a tumor, but it's non-cancerous. But they need to keep an eye on it, because if it gets too big, it can be a problem, and it might need to be taken out. So it's pretty serious and pretty worrisome. Not that I have breast cancer in my history. The doctor was like, we can take it out if you want. We don't need to take it out, but if you're worried about it all the time and it would help your mental health, we'll take it out. And I was like, no, please, like, just leave it. I studied what to do about these kind of issues, and I read my textbooks and stuff, right? And I just started doing some, nutrition and exercise and other things, dating Trevor and going to the sound baths and drumming and all this stuff, and trying to eat healthy. And I really, added a lot of nourishment into my diet through the pre-made foods of like Amy's canned lentil soups and stuff like that. But I knew I wasn't getting enough protein. When I started working at Good Life, they gave me some free, you know, personal training sessions, and I asked the guy like how much protein do I need? And he said 75 grams a day, and I was getting maybe 30. And look up the RDA, and it's like 50, around that. So 75 is probably more optimal. And they actually have these machines at work that you can stand on. So I'm a cleaner there, but you can stand on these machines with bare feet and bare hands, and you hold them in your hands, and you enter all your data in, and it actually calculates how much protein's in your body, how much minerals, how much water, how much fat is around the organs, how much fat does your body have, how much muscle is in each arm. Is it balanced? You want to have it balanced. Maybe you broke an arm, and so you're rebuilding that muscle, so you want to reevaluate it every month if you can. And I'm lucky I get to use this machine free at work, and they use it in their personal training sessions. It's like a breakthrough. I love this machine. It's great. And my stomach is it actually looks like I'm overweight. Like my stomach is often big, especially after I eat. It's rock hard. And I just like for years I'd go to the bathroom a couple times a week, which is really bad. You should be going 3 times a day. Terry would say to his clinics, if 3 cars go into a car wash, how many should come out the other side? Well, 3, right? So if you're eating 3 meals a day, you should be having 3 bowel movements ideally. And so I was really worried about this because that kind of thing can lead to cancer. Bowel cancer runs in my family. My grandpa beat it, my aunt beat it. And so I was pretty worried, and clozapine, my antipsychotic, actually causes peristalsis issues sometimes, and that could be a part of it, but a lot of it wasn't drinking enough water, not exercising properly, anxiety, just all the sugar. Like I'll go to the vending machines in my apartment buildings, and 1 chocolate bar will make me not go to the bathroom the next day. And yet, I'd try to go for coffee crisp. I'd try to go for, I forget, Big Turk or whatever, because it's the only natural ones in there, but still pumped full of sugar and processed. And so, like I've been off balance for a long time and really wanted a reset. And one day I woke up and I felt, as I checked this thing in my breast every week, and I don't measure it, but I feel it to see if it's hard, to see if it's getting bigger. I'm going to give Luna a puzzle toe. I'll be right back.